Skittles, Starburst, or Snickers. All three candies are part of the Halloween fun this weekend, but not all of them are considered treats for our teeth. I can't imagine any of them are considered treats for our teeth. San Francisco oral surgeon Dr. Eric Scharf joins us now to explain which candy is best and which is worst. Doctor, is there a best candy for our teeth, really?
Good question. Actually, if you're going to have to pick any candy, chocolate is actually probably one of the better ones out there.
Which one is? I didn't catch that.
Chocolate, something that has chocolate in it, and actually the darker the chocolate, the better.
Why is
One of
that?
the reasons, yeah, one of the reasons the chocolate is it actually washes off your teeth a lot easier than some of these other candies. So the quicker you get that off your teeth, the better it is for your teeth.
If I'm wrong, chocolate does have a certain level of acidity in it. Am I right?
It does, but compared to other candies, there's actually lower sugar in the chocolate than typically found in other candies, especially darker chocolate.
And that's not good news for me because I love the gooey, sticky Skittles and gummy bears that are out there. What happens to the teeth, when a child is eating these candies, whether it's chocolate or not? What happens to, the anatomy of the tooth?
Yeah, so our teeth have a kind of a hard outer shell, we call it enamel. What happens when you eat these sugary treats, the sugar with the bacteria in our mouth kind of combine, release an acid that eats away at that harder outer shell. And that's actually how cavities are formed. Once they can penetrate through that harder shell, they can get into the softer part of the teeth where cavities are then formed. One thing to keep in mind is the stickier and harder the substance is, the more contact it has on your teeth, the harder it is to get it off your teeth and wash away. So one thing I like to kind of keep in mind is be picky if it's sticky. So again, the chocolate, easier to wash off. Things that are sticky, like you mentioned, gummy bears, Tootsie Rolls, they tend to stick to the teeth. And again, if it's sticking on the teeth longer, the frequency of it makes it worse for your teeth.
I have to ask, Halloween is such a candy-centric holiday. Do you see an uptick in patients, or is it normal for a dentist or someone that works with teeth to see an uptick in patients after a holiday like Halloween?
I would say you may have a mild uptick. Typically, you're not going to have a cavity formed right away. It's sort of a buildup or leading to that back down the road. But one thing that we can see occasionally is actually a chipped or a cracked tooth because of hard candies. So that's the problem with really hard candies. Trying to bite down on them, you do run the risk of chipping or breaking a tooth.
And I feel like as humans, we always try to find ways around things. If we eat candy, does it do away with if we brush our teeth after eating candy, does that eliminate the dangers to our teeth?
It's definitely beneficial. You shouldn't do it though right away. So you don't want to eat the candy and run to the sink and brush your teeth. The reason being is that sugar in the candy has already started to kind of affect the teeth. And by brushing right away, you're actually kind of worsening that factor. So the best thing you can actually do is a couple of things. One is drink some water after eating some sweets. Water will work like saliva, help wash away that sugar from your teeth. And then you may want to brush maybe 30 minutes after eating or consuming candy. Another good thing you can do is have the candy at the same time you're eating a meal or right after a meal. The reason for that is when you're eating, you're producing saliva. Saliva has a very protective function. It helps to clean your teeth, wash off that sugary substances.
Now, I have to ask you, this may be a controversial question, but if you had to pick a candy, what would be your favorite?
My personal favorite is dark chocolate. And so I like those. They actually have the dark chocolate Milky Ways or dark chocolate Snickers. Those are my favorite.
All right, well, when I eat gummy bears this weekend, I'll keep you in mind. Now, if we could just pull that full screen up again for our viewers, again, just to kind of go over some of the tips that Dr. Scharf gave with regard to eating candy and how to kind of keep your teeth healthy. You said drinking water. Does it matter if the water is warmer, cooler, room temperature? Because I'd imagine if it's warmer, it allows for whatever's stuck to your teeth to melt off quicker, but that might just be, a false way of thinking.
Yeah, actually, the temperature is not as important actually as if you could have fluoridated water. So fluoride in that water also is going to be beneficial. So if you can drink or swish with a little fluoridated water afterwards, that's going to be beneficial. Another little trick you can do is chew some sugarless gum afterwards. Again, chewing the gum helps produce saliva. Again, that saliva will help wash away those sugary treats.
I'm gonna have to go pick up some sugar-free gum when I get off work today. Dr. Scharf, we really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for all of these very helpful tips, and we wish you a very happy and sweet Halloween, but not detrimental to your teeth.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thanks.